Welcome back, guys. This is a standalone video on how I made my workbench while also being part 3 of my garage to workshop conversion project. I appreciate you tuning in and checking out what I'm making. I'm going to do my best to explain everything along the way and how I made this, but if I gloss over anything and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll help however I can. This is a custom size for the space I have available, as well as the table saw that I'm going to be attaching to it, but along the way I'll show you where to make adjustments to fit your needs too. I don't use any software apps for planning or anything like that. I just draw it up in a notebook, which is why it's all 2x4s and MDF. But to me, cheap, easy, and quick is all I need. So if you're into that kind of thing, you've come to the right place. Just so I have something to offer though, I did actually make something this time that you can download and print out. Although not a standard way of drawing up plans, I think it'll still stand as a great guide to making something similar for yourself. I'll have it linked in the description if you'd like to download it. But getting started, you can see I have a sheet of MDF laying on the ground while I cut 2x4s to length and start laying them out where I'd like them to be. I use both wood glue and wood screws, 2 wood screws per joint to hold everything together. And here's the guide I mentioned earlier, split up into 3 sections, bottom, middle, and top. Just 2x4s with 4x4 uprights that are shown as squares. Think of the 3 columns here as constants that don't need to change. But if you need a shorter or longer table, you just need to space those columns out accordingly and base the rest of the build off your new base. In my case, my work table is a standard 48 inches wide, but only 64 inches long because that's the size of the MDF sheet that I had left over from another project. An 8-foot table would have been awesome, but I'm trying to recycle leftovers as much as possible here. The middle layer here, shown in black, the gray parts are the base layer from before. I'm only using the middle layer because I'm mounting the table saw, which is shown in red, to the workbench. But if you don't need that, you can skip the middle section and the top section and just duplicate the base layer. Also note that the location of the middle uprights here are contingent upon how wide your table saw is. And last but not least, the top layer. This needs to match the bottom as best as possible, with the only alterations being what is necessary to accommodate the table saw. Again, I'll have this document linked in the description so you can print it out and place your own measurements on everything and adjust accordingly. But yeah, that's the plan I'm going to go with here, just 2x4 framing with 2 MDF sheets. The rest is as easy as it gets for assembly, glue, screws, and clamps when needed. I did need an extension for some of the screws, but after that I traced the areas where I'd like the holes to be cut for the uprights, since this is the bottom sheet. To cut the holes out, I started by drilling a spot for the jigsaw blade to run. I know there is a way to do this without pre-drilling first, but I'm just not that good with the jigsaw. After that, I'll lay my table saw upside down on the MDF and start building out the top and middle frames. Now it's time to start cutting the uprights and placing them into the holes I cut earlier from the MDF. With that out of the way, I'll place a middle section over the legs and then place a few clamps on the uprights so I can keep the top section from sliding down. With that out of the way, I'll grab my other sheet of MDF and start getting it cut up and ready to be attached to the rest of the structure. Here I'm using a flush trim bit on my handheld router to cut away a space where the table saw is going to be sitting. Now it's time to flip the table over and work on the bottom part. I missed a few screws from earlier, so this is a good time to do that. But this is primarily so I can attach a few of the casters. Surprisingly, these all came from a dumpster, which at first was pretty exciting when I found them, but you'll see why they were there in the first place. Anyways, with the casters attached, I'll start driving in the screws necessary to keep the middle section in place. I don't know if there's a standard amount of screws to use here or where they should all be, but I made sure to just use at least 2 screws per joint, and that seems to be working just fine. The weights are there just for balancing and holding it in place while I'm working alone. Once that's done, I'll flip it back over and start rolling it around, looking for any wobbling or weak spots. Good news is the table is solid, but these casters are well past their expiration point and started deteriorating right on the spot. I also just realized these aren't breaking casters either. Should have just bought new ones. I'll replace them later. Once that's done though, I'll take the leftover piece I cut off earlier and place it here for the table saw to sit on. I'll attach it with screws along with attaching the bottom sheet of MDF to the table base as well. All right guys, and that's it. A quick, cheap and easy workshop table with integrated table saw and some storage even. So as you probably saw, I filmed this in summer. Obviously it was nice and warm. Now, yeah, if you watch the first couple episodes of the workshop build, I still don't have any heat out here. So it's a little chilly, but honestly, I don't mind. I've lived in the north my whole life, so if it's you know 30 degrees, then it is what it is. But yeah, next week I'm gonna be releasing another video on this where there's no commentary, there's no voiceover. It's just a nice long director's cut of a nice relaxing build video. I know I get a lot of requests for that where it's just like take out the music, take out the voice. I just want to make sure I have something for everyone. So I heard you guys, and yeah, you got it. But anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps push it into the algorithm. I use all the help I can get, and I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in and watching the series so far on the workshop build. I hope you've been enjoying it as much as I have. And yeah, I'll see you in the next project.